So when we were looking for a data partner earlier this year to be able to launch the latest iteration of our app, which included odds feeds and deep link checkout, I'd point a bet slip in the app. The most important thing that I was looking for was depth as a starting point, but more importantly, reliability. With an app like ours that's focused on volume when it comes to users, at this point, getting north of 150,000 people monthly and 30,000 people on the app every single day, the most important piece is credibility. Inherently, as we launch that feature, users will end up at point of bet slip to check availability more so than any other page on the app, which puts a very large importance on the partner we're going to select to be reliable, credible, and best in class. The worst thing that could happen for us as a business at Linemate is to launch this feature at football season, which was only a couple of weeks ago, heading into NBA with daily volume of content and plays, and then it crash, or there be hiccups, or there be issues. That would be inherently the complete opposite of what we're trying to achieve when it comes to our growth and our scale and our trust with our users. And I'm going to be honest, it became very easy for me to see that OpticOdds was the right partner of choice. They're essentially masterclassed what is odds markets and availability beyond even North America. That was an important layer that I hadn't even realized. Like, I haven't even spoken about this yet, but one of the ambitions of Linemate, of course, the core of our business is in North America, but we have international appetite as we have users in 120 plus countries that may not be large in volume, but that show us that there is interest for an app like ours, even though we've invested no dollars from an advertising perspective or just fundamentally into the app to be able to grow in these other countries, whether that be Europe or beyond. But OpticOdds provides us not only with that foundation and that credibility right now to launch in football season and NBA season in North America, but also the opportunity for us to grow and scale and build trust with users across the globe. Adding the layer of odds preferences and checkout through the partnership with OpticOdds has really allowed our users to grow, I would say, in daily. So from a daily active user perspective, we're seeing a lot of volume on the app, which is exciting. Without sharing specific numbers, I can also share that we're seeing a lot of what I would call bet flow through the app. So users finding their trends, which was what we call essentially their plays through Linemate. Although the inherent behavior for our user base would then to be immediately exit the app and go to the operator, we're actually seeing the users continue through the journey, add it to their bet slip based on the odds availability through OpticOdds with 40 plus operator odds feeds currently in the app, and then actually checking out where we're viable through the app, essentially through the deep link, which is very exciting. I mean, that's not behavior that we ever had, frankly, obviously just from a availability perspective, but it's really driven engagement on our business, which is very exciting. Like the North Star of our business is to be the largest monthly active user base in the world when it comes to everyday sports fans, and then not only have a starting point, but then use our brand almost like a lifestyle brand every single day. These are early signs for us that allow us to see the users are coming back, and they're not only coming back to use the research, but they're coming back to use the experience from point of discovery to checkout. And that's thanks to that relationship with OpticOdds. So although very early, it's been 3 to 4 weeks, there are some fundamental, like quantitative underpinning points that show us promise on that front. And qualitatively, I would say, I mean, it's just the app is exactly where we want it to be. We've gotten great feedback from our users, whether that be through social DMs or emails on that integration. They ask for more. I mean, this is constantly the feast. They constantly want more. And the good news is that we can have more through this relationship. It's OpticOdds are doing a great job of continuously to innovate and add more layers. Like I get the emails every single week with new additions, which is exciting. I mean, that allows us to rapidly iterate, rapidly scale alongside this partner. So nothing but positive runway ahead and very exciting for both. Yeah, it's frankly the potential. For those who have worked with me, whether it be in a different industry before Linemate or this one, know that I'm very selective with the partners we work with And the selectiveness of the partners we work with is what it comes down to is I'm not necessarily looking for transactional relationships. I'm looking for relationships that allow us to scale and grow together, where there's benefit for both parties in the long run. And that just ensures like productivity. It ensures just a great relationship in the long run. And I'm very confident that we have that with the group at OpticOdds and gambling.com as a dotted line to OpticOdds. It allows me to know that we can remain focused on our internal priorities, our North Star. It allows us to continue to scale at our pace while knowing that OpticOdds is also doing that, continuously adding new additions, new features, new depth to their product that'll always be available to us as we continue to grow. I'm very excited by that synergy, knowing that they'll allow us to, on the side, continue to get to point A to point Z when it comes to our ambitions. And the group's fantastic from a stakeholder perspective. So nothing but positive things to say from that front. So I'm very excited. Tons of potential that align exactly with what we're trying to achieve at Linemate. So I have nothing but positive things to say from that front. Very exciting.